How's it going? Well, best laid plans and all that. I was hoping to get a few videos under the belt, a bit more on the XJ, hardtail definitely, but I had a little bit of a problem today with the America, which is now just got back after work and got home on it, although not riding it. So start from the beginning. Riding into work this morning, and about a few miles, maybe four miles from work, just went down to one cylinder. You know, loss of power, kind of that fuel starvation, but you can, you know, you've dropped a cylinder, and then kind of, and then boom, boom, came back up again, and that carried on for a few miles, which I thought was a bit weird, a little bit worrying, because a few weeks previously it was a really torrential downpour on the ride into work, and like super wet, and I had similar symptoms, and I thought it was just something getting a bit wet, because it kind of did it a little bit and then nothing again, and it's been fine up until a few weeks later to this point. And yeah, so it kind of limped on for a bit, dropping a cylinder, then getting it back again. I was like, oh man, and then it died completely on me, so I coasted to a stop, having a little look round. I kind of felt it might be something coil, ignition-y coil related, especially because when it gets warm, you know, the coils tend to break, the ignition coils, they, you know, they can kind of break down a bit, and then you let the bike cool down, it starts up and everything's fine, which is what happened. And I managed to get a few more miles on my journey. Broke down again, so I was thinking, oh, that's it, let it cool down. Went to do the last little leg of the journey, at least just to get it to work, into the car park, and the bike just broke down completely. I'm in the middle of a lot of early morning traffic, very busy little road, and about 1.5 miles uphill push of the bike to get it back to work, which was exhausting, embarrassing, and not much fun to start your day at work doing that. But hey ho, first world problems and all that. So I got a friend at work who's her partner was able to give, who's got a trailer, and was able to get the bike back to my house. So therein I thought I'll start the diagnostic process of figuring out what's gone wrong. However, the ball ache did not end just there, unfortunately. On getting it home, I thought I'll give the bike a good clean, because it had this week's worth of shit all over it and salt, and I thought if it's going to be sitting and standing, I don't want all the crap all over it. Clean it all off if I'm going to work on it. So when I went to clean it all off after we got it off the trailer, this is about an hour later, I noticed a little, well, let me show you what I noticed. So get to the bike, this is what I see. Something that you never really want to see underneath your bike. It's a load of oil, and I had a kind of a horrible gut feeling, which ended up proving to be true, of what might have happened. See, I'm going to be able to get down here, but basically on the trailer you've got the your metal runners and stuff that the wheel get your wheels locked into and all strapped down, so bit of metal. And I think on the way home over a pothole or a bump, because it's a shitty road getting back, I think something's bounced up and down, and I'm going to be able to pick it up. There you are, you can see it. We've cracked the sump underneath quite well, as I've mopped all this up, and this is just come again. So the sump's fucked on top of everything else, which is a bit of a pain. I've just had a quick look on eBay. There's none going spare. They're 250 quid for the sump from Triumph, which is a bit of a shit, because if you know, I've been doing a lot of overtime and I didn't really want to be spending it all on that. So yeah, I'm going to have to think on what I can do. If I can get it off, obviously I need the bike for transport. I can blag a lift for a while, but I need to get back on the road fairly quickly. I could possibly we can get it aluminium welded. So yeah, at the moment I'm just brainstorming what I can do. This is a bit of an unexpected shit, but you know, shit happens. There you go, and there's a bit of shit on the floor. But let's get back to the original problem as well. I mean, that's an expensive but easy fix. Just a sump and a gasket. Oh, and the oil, I suppose. Yeah, I'll drain the oil out. Let's get an extra oil change in. But right, let me just get the tank off, and I will have a little run through about what's coming up, possibly in the next video. Right then, so let's have a little look at what we're going to be exploring. It's probably not going to be in this video because this is the evening where it's happened. I haven't really got time. I've got to sort out a lift for work tomorrow and all the rest of it. So I'm working overtime at the weekend again, but hopefully I'll get on it on Saturday night, and I have Sunday as well. So, but this is just kind of a preliminary. But yeah, so we've got, I mean, given that it's riding, drops the cylinder, has that kind of fuel starvation feel, and you know, I could feel it as you alter the throttle. You know, it would suddenly surge back into life and then die again. So pretty much, you know, the places I'm going to check, I mean, first thing I'll do is we'll turn it over and just check whip the spark plugs out and earth them against the engine block and just check we're getting spark. Need to look through the facts, work out, you know, just check the resistance through your HT leads, your caps. Then we're onto the coils here, check that they're okay. I mean, there's a possibility, given that it seems to fail when it's warmer, which these will tend to do if they're on their way out. Obviously just check all my connections and stuff. One of the culprits that have been known on the bikes are the pickup coil as well, which is underneath the alternate cover. It's this wire that's going in here, and that I mean, I'm no expert, but that basically, the pickup coil, if you like, picks up the as your rotor's going round, you know, and just gives an idea of what's on this side now, and it moved to your CDI box, you know, when your ignition's going to go. And these can fail, which would give fairly similar symptoms. So I'm guessing it's going to be coils here or this one of those two. But I'm going to get into it afterwards. It's been a long day. Fucking pain in the arse pushing this thing for a mile and a half uphill, especially with all the traffic. Yeah, that's what I'm going to start working my way through. And fucking oil, I'm so pissed off about that, but what can you do? These things happen. Yeah, so basically the next video might be the processes that I'll go through trying to fault find and diagnose what's caused this issue. That might make for an interesting video. Plus also, you know, I can put it into idiot's terms because it's going to be an idiot doing it. And we'll muddle through together perhaps. So not the video I wanted to be making at the weekend at all. But there we go. I had a few other things planned. I was going to try and obviously put a different light in. I need to get a better connector block. That was something on the cards, but that's going to wait now rather than those horrible red bullet connectors. Oh, while I was pushing it, I managed to, yeah, the heat shield, fantastic, works an absolute dream, unless you're on the side of the road with your bike and leaning against it in your waterproofs, and leave a bit of it there. You managed to lean against the one bit that fucking you haven't covered, so I'll have a go at getting that off. Yeah, I'll probably drain yours as well and get the sump off, because it's going to have to come off. Worst case scenario, I can nick the sump off the hardtail Bonnie and put that on until I can source a replacement. So but yeah, this is me just gabbling on in the shed and thinking
as we go. Other stuff I've got to do, apart from obviously the hardtail project, which just has not managed to get a look in. But little update on the XJ. Haven't had no time to do anything on this. Had a slight weep of fork oil from under here, so I've got to double check that we're good with it. Well, we're obviously not good. I need to whip the wheel off again and have a look at the bolt and the copper washer under there. For whatever reason, although it doesn't seem to have leaked again, but I don't like that. If it leaked once, then that's not good. Headlight I've got on. I just cut up some of the paddock stands and made some spacers there. Made a little indicator bracket there, which is on. But obviously that's kind of on hold. The plan is, well, I want to get that sorted out, see why that's dripped a little bit of oil, but get the bars on. We can move that around, might even move it back to Stu's house. I'm very used to pushing bikes now, and he's only a mile down the road, so that should be easy. Jen's bike, Jen Springs here, well, if you believe it, the amount of snow and crap we've had, but she wants to get her bike back on the road. She's got a leaky fork seal. Everything's just leaking. She's got a leaky fork seal, so we're going to do the fork seals on her Bonneville and an oil change. That should be about it. So yeah, I've got some busy times ahead, and absolutely no time to do any of it. But there we go. I thought I'd throw in a little update video.
Yeah, so there we go. So not quite the fun weekend I had planned, doing fun bike stuff, but this is part and parcel of the joys of motorcycling. So yeah, I will probably going to start this on we're Tuesday today. I'll try and get this uploaded tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, just a little video just to say why things aren't happening as they should be. Priority for me has to be getting this bike back on the road. So I need to, next video will be probably diagnosing the fault if I can. Again, you know, it's going to be me bumbling and fumbling my way through it all. So I need to do a bit of research now. I'm not going to start anything now. It's too late tonight. I'm too hacked off. Well, I'm going to start reading through the manuals, see if I can get any information what the resistances should be on certain things. You know, the values that I'm looking for. Have a little look online. Look up some prices of pickup coils and other coils. Obviously, I'm not going to order anything until I know what is at fault. Keep searching for a sump as well, which I think it's going to be a pain. I can't afford to fork out $250 for a sump at the moment. Or worst case, I just take the one off the other Bonneville. It's just an arsehole. Got to order gaskets. Two things I want to do is I'm going to have to order an alternator cover gasket and a sump gasket, because the sump's got to get changed. The alternator is going to come off. I mean, one of the things is your gap on your pickup coil. I think there was something I need to go back. There was something about ages ago. You know, we're talking years, but there was I think the specs are 0.8mm to 0.1213. I don't know, of a gap. But actually, then did a bullet in and said that, you know, it should be 0.8, and if it's bigger, sometimes that can cause issues. I don't know. So there's a lot of stuff to have a little play and look around. But as I know, the alternator cover's going to be coming off. The oil's got to come out anyway. Sump's coming off. So I need to order 2 gaskets and some oil anyway, at the very minimum. But yeah, so I'm going to try and crack on with that. Probably, be Friday. Sunday's my only free day, really. So yeah, I'll try and get a video up on Sunday, see where we get with it, see if we can find out what the problem is. So yeah, again, hardtail's not going to get anything done to it. Poor old Stu's XJ's not going to get anything done to it. and yeah, I need to try and do the fork seals. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to work it all out on what times I'm going to do it. But yeah, there's just a little midweek update video for you of what is coming up. Yeah, exciting diagnostic fault finding up ahead. I can't wait. I'm so happy. Take it easy, and see you in a few days.